What's going on, everybody? Morph here, and welcome back to another Master Duel video. In today's video, we are going to be going over some Nemleria replays here. We are going to go step by step, looking at the plays, looking at the misplays, the tech cards, all that fun stuff. So if you are excited, please consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It is very much appreciated, and all the support lately has truly meant so much to me. I mean, I never in a million years thought that in the first 2 months one of my videos would have over 500 views. Like that's insane to me. And I know we're almost at 20 subscribers as well. It's incredible, and thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. It really does mean a lot, and it inspires me to make more videos like this. In any case, though, we are going to be proceeding with the first replay here. And yeah, I hope you all have had a wonderful day today. I hope you've gotten done everything you've wanted to do. And if today was a relaxing day, then I hope you were able to rest and relax. My day today was really nice. I had brunch with some friends and I got some stuff done around the apartment. It was a very productive, very nice day. Alrighty, so as for the first duel, we are using our Nemleria deck. We start with 2 Reveal, 1 Ash, 1 Paw Prosperity, and Nemleria Love. And our opponent sets 2 Pass. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this might be kind of a wash, kind of an easy first match of the night. Now we do draw the Calculator for turn. This is a really good tech card to have in your Nemleria deck because of its effect. The attack of this card is the combined levels of all face-up monsters you control times 300. Most Nemleria cards are level 10, so it has the potential to be a very beefy monster, a very powerful one. But we are going to activate the Reveal's effect, banishing 3 in order to special summon it, and we are going to banish 6 with the Paw Prosperity. Look at the top 6 cards of our deck, and we are going to choose to add the Dream Tower. The reason why I choose to add Dream Tower here is because I know we don't have a Dreaming Nemleria face-up in the extra deck yet. However, due to some of the lines I'm seeing right now, some of the future plays that I'm seeing, I think that it's good for us to be able to stock our hand with as many summonable monsters as possible, because those will only increase the attack of our calculator. Yeah, so we're going to activate the Dream Tower here, banishing 2 in order to add the Aureoler and the Coet from deck to hand. And we are going to activate the Reveal's effect, pitching the other reveal from our hand in order to set the Nemleria repeater from deck. Now, this is where I start to get a little worried, because I see it's mathematical multiplication. Obviously, that card can be pretty nasty. If it's sent to the grave, you can target 1 Cyberse monster you control in the extra monster zone, and its attack is doubled. I don't want my opponent to be able to get off any cheeky misplays. Misplays. I don't want him to be able to get any cheeky OTKs, rather. So now I'm starting to worry a little bit. I'm starting to play quite a bit more on the safe side, as you'll see here. Right in the draw phase of their turn, I'll banish 2, so I take half battle damage thanks to Nemleria Repeater. For those who don't know, it is a trap card that lets you activate effects based on the amount of extra deck cards you banish face down. I banished 2, so any damage just in general, I take this turn is halved. And yeah, so I did not want to be KO'd this turn by any means. We are going to activate the Nemleria Love in order to special summon our Nemleria Realized. And we are going to activate Realized effect to set a Dreaming Nemleria face up in our extra deck. And yeah, we're going to Ash the Punk. Wagon, I do not want them to add the Punk spell from their deck to their hand. And yeah, at this point I'm starting to feel pretty confident. I think that I'll be able to hopefully finish them off before they can do anything crazy, you know. This is where things start to take a little bit of a turn, though. So they activate their Trap Trick, being able to banish their Dynamorphia Frenzy from deck to set another copy of it from their deck, and that can be activated this turn. So in response to that, I activate the Dreaming Nemleria's effect from our extra deck. We can special summon it when it's the only card in our extra deck, and we can banish one card on your opponent's field and or graveyard face down for every 3 of our face down banished cards. So we can banish up to 5 currently. They only have 3, so we can banish like 2 from the graveyard, doesn't really matter. They do effect Veiler that, however, so that is not fun, but it is what it is. They're going to pay half their life to activate the Frenzy, and with that, they are able to go into their Dinomorphia Kentrigina, a very powerful Dinomorphia fusion monster. Its effect basically allows it to copy the effects of a Dinomorphia trap in your graveyard. So they're going to be able to fusion summon again at least one more time this turn, thanks to that Dinomorphia Frenzy in their grave and the Kentrigina. So we are going to activate our Triple Tactics Thrust because they activate a monster effect in our main phase. And we're going to add the Sweet Dreams Nemleria. And while the search effect is nice, we're actually adding it for its second effect. Yeah, so they'll activate the Kentrigina's effect right now. They're going to special summon the Rextrem. Nothing surprising. It's the standard combo. But that is fine for us because now we have our Sweet Dreams Nemleria in the grave. And that's why I added it to our hand in the first place, because you can place this card from your graveyard at the bottom of your deck, then target one Dreaming Nemleria you control and add it to the extra deck face up. So if we return this Dreaming Nemleria to our extra deck, we instantly enable our Aureoler and our Coet's special summons. We can activate Dreaming Nemleria's effect next turn. It's such a great effect. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to special summon our monsters. And now we're going to summon the Calculator. 9,600 attack points. That is one. That calculator's been hitting the books. So we are going to try to attack that Dinomorphia Kentrigina. They activate the Rextrem's effect, paying half their life to make all of our monsters have attack equal to their current life points. It's not good, but we still have our Nemleria Love in our graveyard. And this card's second effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 100 attack and defense for each of your currently face-down banished cards until the end of this turn. And Gagaku Punk Wagon is in attack mode, and it has just enough attack for us to be able to lower with this card's effect, bringing it down to 0 and letting our Aureoler attack for exact lethal. They're going to activate its effect to draw a card. Unfortunately, it does not benefit them, and we are able to take this first duel. This duel definitely made me appreciate some of our cards' second effects a lot more. I never really paid. I mean, they were definitely beneficial effects, but I never really utilized them in that regard until this duel. And oh my goodness, they came in such clutch. Let's see which duel. We'll start with this one for the second duel. I know the sorry for all the yawns, by the way. I'm recording this one a little late. The one with Nacho I know is chronologically the second duel on the that we played in this little 3-duel replay thing. But I think that's the most intense one, so I'm gonna save that one for last. Don't get me wrong though, this duel is still intense too. Alrighty, so we open with a hand consisting of Eater Millions, Ash Blossom, Reveal, Call by the Grave, and Pendulum Treasure. Pendulum Treasure is a very good tech card to have in a Nemleria deck because its effect reads, you can add one Pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck face up. You can only activate one Pendulum Treasure per turn. So with this, you can essentially add a Dreaming Nemleria straight from your deck to your extra deck. And it's really good because Dreaming Nemleria's effect, you cannot special summon Dreaming Nemleria the turn you activate its Pendulum effect. So for those who don't know, its Pendulum effect reads, once per turn, soft once per turn. During your main phase, you can place one Nemleria continuous spell from your deck or graveyard face up on your field, and if you do, add this card to your extra deck. So you get to your extra deck, but you can't activate its effect. The good thing about Pendulum Treasure is you can bypass that, and you can still special summon it, even if it's in your extra deck that turn, even if it's added to the extra deck that turn. I think I do it in this duel anyhow, so we'll see it there. Our opponent goes for their branded opening. We're going to ash that instantly. Do not want them to get a Despia monster on the field or in their hand. They are going to activate the fusion deployment though, so they are going to be able to add the Blazing Cartesia, activating its effect to go into the Granganol, the Dusk Dragon, and activating Granganol's effect to send the Rindbrum, the Striking Dragon. This card is really good against fusion, synchro, extra deck centric decks, basically. You can negate, basically its effect reads, when a fusion, synchro, Xyz, or link monster's effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate that effect, and then you can return one monster from the field to the hand, a very powerful effect. And its other effect to be able to get on the field is during your opponent's turn, while this card is in your graveyard, be able to get back on the field, or to be able to special summon a Fallen of Albaz and use its effect to synchro to fusion summon. It's really useful for those kinds of things. So very smart of them to be able to get in their graveyard as soon as possible. They're going to set one and pass and activate the Cartesia's effect to add it to hand during the end phase. And you know, that's fine. We're going to draw for turn. We have our Aureoler in hand. That's great. We're going to activate our Pendulum Treasure. There's our Dreaming Nemleria right there. They activate Max C, so we do choose to call by the Max C. We could have called by the Rindbrum, but I did not want them to get card advantage with that Max C, so banished it. And now we're going to do something here that's a little interesting. We're going to special summon the Reveal, nothing crazy. They are going to activate the Granganol's effect. They're going to banish it in order to special summon, what is it? To special summon a Dogmatica or Despia monster from their, Dogmatica monster from their deck or a Despia monster from their extra deck. They chose their Guiding Quem the Virtuous, which is always treated as a Dogmatica monster. And they're going to activate its effect to send Fallen of Albaz in the grave. So, let's review what just happened here. So, they have their Fallen of Albaz and their Rindbrum in the grave. They can activate the Rindbrum's effect if they choose to. They can also activate the Guiding Quem's effect, which reads, if a card leaves the extra deck except during the damage step, you can target one Fallen of Albaz or one monster that mentions it in your graveyard, except this card. Special summon it, and yeah. So they have options. They can special summon their Fallen of Albaz in a myriad of different ways. Activate its effect because they do have a card in their hand to use our monsters as fusion material. Just overall not the best for us in this situation. Now we do something a little crazy here. We banish 15 cards, or no, 12 cards rather. We banished 12 cards from our extra deck to summon Eater of Millions. Oh boy, this card is so good in this deck. This card must be special summoned by banishing 5 or more cards from your hand, field, and or extra deck face down. And it gains 100 attack and defense for each face down banished card. Also, soft once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster face down. So a very, very good card. And I mean, look at that. We instantly thinned out our extra deck to one face-up Dreaming Nemleria. Like, that is so good for the deck. It's so good. Now, they are going to be able to activate the Guiding Quem's effect because we did that. Unfortunate, but it's fine. They're going to activate Fallen of Albaz in a play that I do not think was the best for them. They choose to fusion summon using our Aureoler, which, I mean, I guess it makes sense, kind of, but I would have honestly fusion summoned with our Eater of Millions. In my opinion, it has the much better effect, but I guess I get what they were trying to do because they just wanted our stronger monster to go. we are going to activate the Dreaming Nemleria's effect, though, special summoning it from the extra deck, activating its effect to banish up to 5 cards from their field and or graveyard, face down. However, they are going to activate the Mirror Jade's effect to banish our Dreaming Nemleria. Our effect still goes off, but now we don't have access to our Dreaming Nemleria face up in the extra deck, so that's a little rough. However, we do get 5 extra deck cards back because of the Dreaming Nemleria, so good and bad. We're going to attack for 4k here with the Eater Millions and the Reveal, and let's see what they draw for turn. If they need to draw like the out here. They need to draw like such a good card, like a card so good that it's like limited to like 1 copy, and it's just really like powerful, and it can instantly like set up like a comeback, and but there's no way they can draw a card like that, and they did. And yeah, they draw the Branded Fusion. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. They go into their Albion by banishing their... What did they banish? Fallen of Albaz and their Bestial Lubellion. Not the best for us, but they are going to activate the Albion's effect to banish... What was it? Their Bestial Magnamut and their Fallen of Albaz to go into their Titanclad the Ash Dragon. This card gains attack equal to the combined original levels of the monster to use for its fusion summon times 100. And for the rest of the turn, after this card's fusion summon, is unaffected by the activated effect of any other monsters special summoned from the extra deck. Good thing we don't play the extra deck that much. So they choose to tribute their Albion in order to go into their Bestial Lubellion, activating its effect to place the Branded Beast Continuous Trap on their field. Attack our Reveal, that's fine. They choose to attack our Eater Millions. I guess they must not have read the effect. We are going to be able to banish the Bestial Lubellion face down, though. Very good. They're going to be able to set the Branded in red from their graveyard face down. Yeah, so right now it's basically just a battle of attrition, trying to see who can out-resource the other, see who can set up the most impressive board first. Luckily, we do draw the Pendulum Treasure, which allows us to place a Dreaming Nemleria from our deck face up in our extra deck, which can open up a lot more plays for us. I choose not to activate it right away, though, because I just kind of want to suss things out a little bit. I want to see what they choose to do here. They choose to do nothing. We banish the Titanclad face down. We add the Dreaming Nemleria back to our extra deck, and we special summon back the Reveal. And that's that. They scoop. I guess they didn't think that they had an out to that. So yeah, that's duel number 2, and time for the pièce de résistance, the final duel. This one's intense. I know it says it's only 4 turns, but this was the most stressful duel I've had in a long time. At one point in this duel, I had 6 seconds left on the clock, and oh my goodness, it was insane. But we will have to see what led to that situation, because it's just a whole thing. Alrighty. Our opening hand consists of 2 Maxi, Grand Maju, Nemleria, Dream Devourer, Reveal, and the Calculator. Not a bad hand, but not the best hand. Alrighty, so they do a lot this turn. So basically, we just activate Maxi, and they pop off, essentially. They are playing Salamangreat, Mathmech, Link, all that fun stuff, all that crazy stuff, and they do not care. They are just Link summoning, special summoning. They are giving us so many resources, and they do not think that we have it in us to take out their board. I guess they must feel very, very comfortable. This is pretty crazy, though, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to set up a U-Link. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Essentially, that is filling up all of these slots right here into a U with Link monsters. and that is not good for us, especially because they activated the Ibli's effect. Real quick, that card that they just... Oh, that's weird. Where did it go? I swore it was just there. Okay, it's in their hand. They haven't played it yet. But Ibli. This card, very annoying. If this card in its owner's control is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card to your opponent's field in defense position. A free monster it is. A good free monster it is not, because its effect reads: you cannot special summon monsters except blink monsters. And that applies to whoever is in control of this monster. So if we control it, we can't special summon any of our Nemleria cards from our hand. We can only link summon, so yikes. Yeah, they go into their math mech plays, equation, sigma, circular, all that crazy fun stuff. And I'm just sitting here, I'm eating my dinner, I'm listening to some music, I'm seeing, you know, how long it's going to take. And yeah, that's the reason why I'm fast forwarding this. It would just be way too long if I just tried to explain all of what's happening here. Basically, yeah, they're just setting up a very powerful board. Alrighty, yep, there's the Protect Code Talker. The Mathmech Sigma's back. They are going to go into a Code Talker. And they're going to special summon back their Firewall Dragon. So, yeah, lots of crazy stuff. They're going to go into their Ritual card Cyber Sage. They're going to just... they're going to go into their D-Save Worm. And, well, I think they synchro... yeah, into their Quantum Dragon. It's insane. It's crazy. And Mathmech and is just, it's one of those decks that just, when it gets going, it does not stop. Now, I don't know how many cards I exactly have. Let's see, started off with 5 cards out of a, I think this is a 43 card deck, so that's 38. So we drew, I can't even remember, a lot. We have a lot of cards in our hand. And just because we have a lot doesn't mean that they're all winning cards, per se. So, let's see what we choose to do here. Pot of Extravagance, right off the bat. We are going to draw 2, and we are going to draw Call by the Grave and another Eater of Millions. We're going to Call by the Grave immediately, getting rid of that D-Save Worm, because that is a spell and trap negate while they control a Link 4 or higher Cybers monster. Don't want that. And then we're going to activate our Triple Tactics talent. This was... I mean, at the time, it made sense to me because I was like, oh, you know, I don't want them to use their Firewall Dragon. What? However, it's tough because while taking Firewall Dragon was definitely good, taking Cyber Switch would have freed up the extra monster zone or Code Talker or whatever. And I feel like that might have been better for a Dreaming Nemleria Banished play. But, you know, you live and learn, you know. I did what I did, what I thought was best at the time. And let's see how it pans out. So we use the Ibli and the Stolen Firewall Dragon to go into our Nightmare Kerbex. We discard a card to destroy that Cyber's Quantum Dragon. And then we activate our Pendulum Treasure to put our last Dreaming Nemleria, thank goodness we had that, by the way, face up in our extra deck. We banish all but 1 card from our extra deck, face down, in order to go into the Aureoler and the Coet. That was a strategic banishing because I wanted to be able to activate the Aureoler's effect. Didn't get to activate it though. It did not work. We activate the Dream Tower just to free up some hand space. Set the Loave because I want to activate next turn. What do we do here? We attack with the... Who did we attack with? Okay, we attacked with our Kerbex into that Cyber Switch, freeing up the extra monster zone for our Dreaming Nemleria. Now they are able to special summon back the Firewall Dragon, which is unfortunate because they can return our Grand Mashi to the hand. But we can special summon back our Eater of Millions, banishing that last face down extra monster card from our extra deck, and a few cards from our hand, doesn't really matter, to go into our Dreaming Nemleria. Now it's time. We have 6 banishes here, I'm pretty sure. So we can banish the Ibli and their whole field face down, and return up to 5 cards from our banished zone, 5 extra deck cards from our banished zone to our extra deck is really good. Yeah, we go for the Realized to just have a little bit more defense there. We go for our Sweet Dreams Nemleria to get back the Dreaming Nemleria to our extra deck. And we set... Okay, so we set the 4, and I forgot at the time, we had to discard all of those cards, and I almost timed out discarding those cards. My toggle was off like this entire turn, essentially, because I was just so stressed out about timing out. Now, unfortunately, they are activating the... what was that? Signet Ritual, getting 2 tokens on the field, special summoning back the Sigma to go into the Splash Mage, gonna go into the, what was it, access code with the, okay, let's go back a little bit, because a lot just happened. They send the microcoder, the Splash Mage, and the code exporter from hand in order to go into the access code talker. Code exporter is a type of card that allows you to use it as link material from the hand, which is very good, very useful for code talker kind of link decks. Not good for us in this case. So because their access code talker was link summoned, they can target 1 link monster that was used for the link summon, that being the Splash Mage, and access code talker gains 2,000 attack as a result. Now they're going to banish, I think, 4 cards from their graveyard. Yeah, it looks like 4. They're going to wipe our back row clean. I should have activated our Nemleria Loves before. It's fine, though. Yeah, they're going to go for their Mathematic Subtraction, going to go into their Diameter, their Lady Debug, and then they're going to go into their Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid. Now, this card. When it's link summoned, you can place counters on this card equal to the number of different types of Cyberworks monsters in your graveyard, Ritual Fusion Synchro Exceeds, and it gains 2,500 attack for each counter on it during the battle phase only. Also, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can remove 1 counter from this card and negate that effect, and if this effect was activated between this card's attack declaration and the end of the damage step, it can make another attack in a row. Now, I'm a dummy. I should have activated Nemleria Love a little bit earlier as well. That was a misplay on my part, but we're able to lower the Dark Fluid's attack. We try to activate the Eater of Millions just to eat away at those counters, so they lose attack by getting rid of a counter. They are able to destroy our Eater of Millions, though, and get a second attack into our Realized. However, we do activate our Dream Tower, banishing a card from our extra deck to save our Realized. And now... oh boy, this is looking like it. This has to be it. We have 5 cards left in our main deck. We try to summon our Reveal after summoning our Coet and our Orieller. They choose to negate it, however, so we don't get to summon it. Now we have 1, 2, 3 level 10 monsters on the field. You know what time it is. It's calculation time. It's calculator. And a 9600 attack calculator is exactly what the doctor ordered. We're able to attack for 6600 points of direct damage, and with Orieller we are able to do the Piece de Resistance and KO them. And oh my gosh, that duel was insane. Like, I was sweating the entire time. I was discarding my entire hand that whole time when they had that insane board of all those negates. But I don't know. I hope today's video kind of showcased the power of the Nemleria deck, like how powerful it is, how it can break down these huge negate boards, and you don't have to feel like you're staring down this gigantic immovable wall. You know, you can scale it and you can, you know, overcome it and stuff. Like it's a really slept on deck. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely have some really good, really fun videos scheduled to come up here soon as well, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.